Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jumpin here. And today I'm going to be showing you a really awesome new build I've came up with. This is going to be the Geth Harrier build. As you know, Geth Infiltrator is so amazing and any gun you put on him is really good. But yeah, the Harrier is something else. Alright, for this video I'm going to be using the Cerberus Harrier with piercing and extended barrel. Let me show you the build. A little different than normal, but pretty standard. Alright, so I'm going to be using damage, recharge speed, bonus power. That's really standard for a non-sniper Geth Infiltrator. For proximity mine, I'm going to be using radius, damage taken, and then finally damage. Proximity mine's amazing. For hunter mode, I'm going to be using bonus, recharge speed, rate of fire, which is going to really help with this gun, and then damage, which is also going to increase your damage. And then for your network AI, I'm going to be using weapons damage and, power damage. And then finally, weapons damage. So, this guy's going to have a ridiculous amount of weapons damage. And, he's going to be amazing. For the equipment I'm going to be using Incinerate Rounds 3, Shield Power Cells 3, Assault Rifle Rail Amp 3, which is actually 7.5% more assault rifle damage. And an Assault Rifle Rail Amp 3 as well. So pretty much it's, I believe, a total of 37.5 extra damage from my equipment for this gun. Alright, now the first thing I want to talk about is that they recently just updated this game, and they've made it so hunter mode got a little bit of a nerf. They lowered it from 25% more damage you can inflict to now 17.5. So that's kind of messed up. I didn't really, out of all the nerfs and the buffs, I really did not like that. I thought that was pretty dumb. Overall, because the Geth hunter mode is really what makes the Geth what they are. They're just offensive gods, and they have no defense. Like, they are the weakest characters in the game. They get dropped in about a half of a second. So, it's kind of messed up that they nerfed the one thing that, mattered a lot. Now, the only thing I have to say about it, though, is that it is not, I don't really see it too big of a deal, though, so don't freak out going, oh no, they nerfed hunter mode, it's the worst thing ever, because it's really not. The Geth are still going to be extremely good. They just lost 7.5% of their extra damage they can inflict. It's, not the biggest deal ever, but I mean, I don't know, that's just what I feel, at least. Alright, so right away in this gameplay, you'll just see me mow enemies down in a second. This is going to be fire-based ghosts against reapers, and this is going to be gold, so you will definitely enjoy this gameplay because it is going to be epic how ridiculous this guy can just shit on the enemies. I mean, he just mows them down in like a half of a second. I love this gun. It's becoming one of my favorite guns in the game, if not probably even like my new favorite gun for a while. I say that a lot. I really do. I always say, oh, this is my new favorite gun, or this is my new favorite class, or whatever. The reason why is just because after I use something, I'll use it so long in the process of getting a video or in the process of just having fun with it, and I want to share it with you guys, that I'm always excited because I always love that class, or I love that gun, or whatever it is. So that's really what it boils down to. Like, my opinions change all the time. They're never set in stone. So don't ever think that if I say, oh yeah, the Krogan Vanguard is now my favorite Vanguard, in a split of a second, I could change my opinion. It's just be like, nah, I like the X-Cerberus guy now more, or something. It's just what happens. So that's something I wanted to bring up right away. Now, I'm going to talk about this gameplay, but I'm going to wait a little bit to talk about it, because I really do want to talk a lot about the new update that came out just recently today. I know that, it would have been yesterday for you guys, but, for me, right now, it's today. Alright, so a couple things they did, like I said, besides the fact they nerfed hunter mode, which is very stupid, I think. I don't like that. That's the only one I didn't like. They have actually done some really cool stuff. The first thing they did was they made it so the Talon handgun is actually, it weighs less now, and it weighs a lot less now, to be honest. Same with the Scorpion handgun. They made it weigh so much less, so that's really nice, because those guns really just, for a handgun, those guns just weigh way too much. So that's a good buff. I really enjoy that. The other thing I really love is the fact that they nerfed that stupid sniper rifle, the Crusade, or whatever it's called. It's the new sniper rifle. But yeah, that stupid thing. I'm so glad they buffed it. I'm still never gonna use it, like, just because. That gun still is gonna be ridiculous, even though they lowered the damage on it by somewhat. because I don't think they lowered it enough, personally. Like, I don't know. I think it could still be nerfed even more. All right, but so that is a good thing. I do enjoy that. One thing they did that I don't mind, but I'm sure some people might be bothered by it, is the fact that they actually nerfed a little bit. They didn't nerf it, but they increased the weight on the Rieger carbine. But that is something that needed to be done, to be honest, because that gun weighed so little for a shotgun that was that good. Um, you know, and it's still the weight is still really good on it. It's not that bad, but now, you know, there is going to be somewhat of an, like, you know, you could have issues with that gun somewhat depending on the character you're trying to use it on. You just can't stack it on any character in the game and just be good now. So that is something to think about. So the Rieger carbine got the weight increase. Like I said, that doesn't bother me. It might bother some of you guys, but it does not bother me. And then the two biggest things that happened, and the two things I'm most excited about, is the Shockwave buff and the Smash buff. Oh my god. They have made Smash the most ridiculous power now in the game, because they increased the power, the base damage on it, by only 50 points, which you might say, oh, that's not much. But with all the power bonuses that you get to that power, that 50 points starts to really stack to be very high. So by the time that you get done leveling up your, like, you know, ex-Cerberus guy, he will literally have 1,300 damage on, or almost 1,300 damage on his Smash. So that's really insane. I think 1,050 force. So that is really insane. Loving that. And they also, the other thing they did with Smash, which is incredible, is that they actually lowered the recharge on it so low. It's just amazing. Like, I believe it's 1.5 seconds now. That's insane. That literally makes it so now the X-Cerberus Vanguard can easily use Smash and have no issue whatsoever. So guys, you know, if you're going to play with the Vanguard, which is hands down, I just said hands down, my bad. But, you know, it literally is now so much better than the Adapt. I mean, I don't know. It's the Vanguard was always, like, probably better, but now it's official, because now that you can use Smash with no problem, and, you know, Lash is just a terrible power. Lash is just really shitty. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. So, yeah, you know, like, that's just the thing. Like, you know, I will be bringing out a video showing off Smash probably tomorrow. Now, I know you guys have been really waiting for this Quarian Engineer video, and I do want to do it. But my biggest problem I'm having is I've been very unlucky with my packs recently. And what I mean by that is that, like, as I buy my premium Spectre packs, I always expect to get, like, character cards out of them, because that's normally all I get. But I've literally have not been able to get any engineers out of it. So I am still sitting on a level 1 engineer. Normally what I like to do is I like to buy some packs and then get, like, you know, level 8 or 12, and then start to play with them and level them up, and then get a gameplay and bring out a video. But I've been really unlucky with that. So as of right now, besides this video, the next video that will probably come out will be that Smash video showing off the, you know, the human Vanguard Smash, the Vanguard with Smash and Melee. It's really awesome. It's a lot of fun to play with, and you will be, you know, amazed by that video, because I already got it, so it's really cool. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think of it, and, you know, the whole idea and everything like that. Alright, now the other thing they done, they actually, this is insane to me as well, but they actually increased the range on Shockwave. Shockwave got a buff, and Shockwave, it went from I think it was 10 meters to now 16 meters base. So if you go for reach, it's 24 meters. That's insane. You really won't even need to go for reach ever again, like, to be honest. But if you did, it still would be. You could Shockwave a guy from all the way across the map, and it's going to just make that power so much better now. Although I always thought Shockwave was a good power, where most people say Shockwave is like a really, really bad power. I've always thought Shockwave was, you know, it is what it is. So that's really awesome that they have done that, you know. So overall, I really like this update. I really like this whole, like, this buff that they have done with all these, all the new stuff, because I'm happy about Smash, because it's going to really make the Vanguard now extremely good. And I'm really happy about Shockwave, because it's just going to make any type of team, any type of Adapt team, or any type of team that's doing explosions even better now. Oh, another thing they have actually done is they increased the damage on the Saber as well. And that was something I don't really see. That didn't really need to happen. That gun is so powerful now, but yeah, I mean, I can't wait to use it again. I haven't used it since they updated it, but when I use it, I'm going to be just like, it's going to be amazing, because it's insane that they have actually increased the power on that gun, but they have, so I don't know. I'm not going to complain about it because I love that gun. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the gameplay now. Now, if you couldn't tell, like right there, we were actually milking Wave 3 just for extra experience. I think I was playing with, I think somebody in this gameplay was pretty low level and they wanted to get some experience, so we decided to milk a couple of the waves. Not every wave, but, you know, at least for Wave 6 and I believe Wave 3 we were going to milk it. And yeah, I wasn't going to complain about that just because I actually really do enjoy milking like gold, because it's just a lot of fun. It's fun killing. To me, this game is fun to kill enemies, to shoot enemies, to kill enemies, and I don't really care about earning an extra 5,000 credits when I can have, you know, an extra 15 minutes of fun. Well, not 15 minutes, but like an extra 10 minutes of just fun, you know. I mean, we could have beat this a lot faster if it wasn't for us milking it, but I like to have fun, you know. I just like to play the game and have fun, and what's fun to me is shooting the enemies. So I will, you know, I will apologize for the milking in this video. I think that bothers some people. I don't know why, but you know, I don't know. This is like what me and my friends like to do a lot when we play. So all right, now if you haven't already paid attention to this, which I hope you have, like it's been amazing. This gun overall is just so good, and on this Geth Infiltrator, it is just so much better. Even with the nerfing now, because in this gameplay they didn't actually, you know, there wasn't any like, I was actually using the old hunter mode with the 25%. And I know that they've nerfed it recently to be 17%, so you might think, oh, that's going to really like mess this up, but no, not really. Like, I've used it since, and you know, I didn't really, I mean, there's a difference, yeah, somewhat, but not really. Just because it's just not that big of a deal. Like, this gun is so powerful anyway, that just made it better. Like, so, I mean, you should definitely try this build out. It is a lot of fun. If you have the Harrier, this is probably the best way to use it, to be quite honest. Just from the rate of fire that you're going to get, you know, you're going to get an amazing rate of fire from the hunter from the hunter mode, and that's just going to increase your DPS. And honestly, what's insane is that you do not actually, like, in one clip, if you hit a, let's say, a brute here, and if I hit him with the proximity mine and I unload on him, I can pretty much kill him or almost kill him. Now right there I didn't kill him, but you will see me in one clip mow down a brute by myself, like, you know, quite a bit. Same with Ravengers, same with a lot of big enemies. I mean, you can just mow down enemies. Right there, I'm going to shoot that guy to the floor. And yeah, you really don't need, I mean, I told you in the last video, you know, it's better to probably use, well, I didn't say it was better. I said I didn't recommend extended magazine for this gun, because I really don't. I actually recommend the piercing. Now, with the extended magazine, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to lay down more fire, causing more damage, and, you know, just being able to mow down more enemies without having to reload. Now, that's good, that's great, but the downside of that is you're going to want to use armor-piercing ammo. And overall, like, I don't even have any armor-piercing ammo anymore, to be honest. I'm totally out. And I just don't want to, you know, I just don't care. So, the way it works with, this is what I really like about this Geth Infiltrator as well, is that because of the rate of fire, you're going to be able to get so many shots off before your cloak is fully off that you're going to have this insane, you know, damage bonus. I don't even know how many shots you can get off, but it's probably at least 9, maybe even 10 shots before you're uncloaked. So it's going to pretty much double your damage on your gun in that process because of the rate of fire that Hunter Mode gives you. So, you know, that's absolutely amazing. I mean, you're just going to be able to just shit on the enemies. And right here, I'm going to get mowed down like Geth always do. One Marauder, like, or one Murderer in 1 second killed me. That's just what happened, so I don't know. Anyway, like I was saying, you know, with the rate of fire on the Hunter Mode, with this gun and everything else, and if you're going to use any ammo, I do recommend the Incendiary ammo just because it's going to cause more DPS, and it's going to do more armor damage and more health damage, and just allow you to, you know, kill enemies like a lot quicker. So overall, like I said, this gun is just, it's amazing, especially on this character. I do believe this is the best way to probably use it as of right now. Now, of course, you could probably go ahead and try this on a human soldier. A lot of people say, yeah, this is definitely really good on a human soldier. I'm not going to disagree with that because I'm sure it is. But overall, I just, a human soldier can never outdo a infiltrator in my mind. Now, of course, the human soldier has some good perks to him. He has, he has the frag grenades, which are really good, and with the warfighter package, which is one of the new equipments, and what that does is that it will give you, I believe, a total of 2 more nades with more assault rifle damage. So that's absolutely like awesome. Like that's cool. But the downside is that I'd rather just use a Geth Infiltrator using assault rifle rail amp, the new equipment that gives you, I believe, 15% more damage. And on top of that, it's just with the cloak and everything, it's just going to just be amazing. So I don't know, like, it's up to you guys. Like, if you want to try this on a human soldier, go for it. But I'm not gonna be the one to just like highly recommend it. Like, I personally feel that in my mind, it's just a lot better to go ahead and just lay down fire with this Geth Infiltrator. Just because Geth Infiltrator is hands down. I just said hands down again, god damn it. But I can't. That's just a bad habit, guys. Honestly. But yeah, like this Geth Infiltrator is just one of the best characters in the whole game, and I think everybody agrees. I think anybody would agree with me on that, because it's just what it is. All right. So right now, as you can tell, we're milking this wave, and we're doing a pretty good job at that. Like, pretty much just killing all these enemies as quickly as possible, and just having a lot of fun doing it. Like, I don't know how many people are using the Cerberus Harrier in this gameplay, but I believe maybe 2 or 3 of us were. And that's really what it boils down to, is that you can actually, like, if you had 4 Geth Infiltrators using this gun, you could speedrun gold so fast. I mean, it's insane. We were doing 15-minute gold runs a couple nights prior to this, and I wasn't even using the Geth Infiltrator. I was using the Geth Engineer in that process, and I knew that this gun was definitely going to be the best, more than likely on the Geth, from the Hunter mode boost and everything like that. And it was very surprising because we were just able to just speed run it and beat gold so fast. I think I'm going to maybe attempt to do a like really awesome speed run if possible, maybe like a 14-minute to 13-minute speed run of gold, either on Firebase Hydra or Firebase White, just depending on what we want to do. And you guys can leave a comment. Let me know like what you think of that if you want to see something like that, because I would definitely attempt it. I've never attempted to do a gold run, and the truth of the I mean not a gold run, but a speed run. But the truth of the matter is, and this is going to be really close. This is really pushing it, but luckily we are going to get this objective done. But anyway, like I have never attempted to do like speed runs, but I do know that I can. Me and a couple of my friends can definitely speed run it, but we're just not that, like, we just don't, I don't care. Like, I like to play the game, like I said, to have fun with it. I don't care about beating the game, like beating it really quickly. That doesn't mean anything. What matters is like how well you perform in the game, and like that's just what it is. Like, if you perform well in the game, and not saying like, oh, it's all about the kills and it's all about the experience, because that's not what I mean. I just mean like, if you play well, you play smart, and you don't go down a lot or whatever, then you're going to have a lot of success. And speedrunning, it's cool. Like, you could totally like play like that if you want, but I prefer just to have fun with it. And the longer the game lasts, the more fun I have. Like, that's how I always been with games. Is that to me, playing a very long game of Capture the Flag in Halo is a lot more fun than just like immediately beating somebody in 2 seconds. Like, it's just what it is. And same with like everything else I've ever done. I've always played it like that. It's just like I prefer the games that last a long time, because the games that last a long time are just they're fun. Like, it's fun shooting and killing people. Oh well, that sounds a little fucked up, but that's the truth. Is that it's fun to shoot enemies and kill them in games. It's just what it is. I think everybody who plays shooting games knows that. So, that's just how I feel about it. Like, that's how I feel about this game. That's how I've always felt about every game that involved shooting and teamwork or whatever it was. That's to me like what's always fun. So, alright, but anyway, let me shut up about that and move right back onto this gameplay. So I believe this is wave 7, And you know, we haven't had really any trouble, but you know, I've just been able to just shred through these enemies, like you know, like it was nothing. Even without the cloak on, like right there, my cloak ran out. Even without the cloak on, you could still like just cause some serious damage to enemies. And proximity mine will always help you a lot. I mean, proximity mine is really powerful in general. And right here, this is bullshit. I was so mad. It's like, oh, you dumb freaking husk. I mean, getting dropped by a husk, guys, is probably like the most embarrassing thing that could ever happen to you. So I was really glad I didn't die right there. Like, if you ever play with me, or if you ever play with any of my friends, and if you get killed by a husk, we will say something like, oh, how does it feel to go down by a husk? Like, you know, just because, yeah, it's fucked up. Anyway, right here is gonna be our last enemy, and as you can see, like, we're just gonna mow her down in like a half of a second. And you know, that's what consistently will happen. I mean, that's the craziest part about just having 4 Harriers or multiple Harriers like on your team, is that you come across like a Banshee and you just want to like mow it down. If everybody just shoots it, it just gets dropped. Now right here, I'm gonna shoot another rocket, so that's pretty much I just got us both 2 kill streaks in a row. But like that's you know, exactly what you're gonna want to do. You're going to want to shoot your rockets in big groups of enemies to help make the waves go faster. Now, I know that kind of contradicts what I was saying earlier about like I like to play longer, but it's you also want to you want to win. Like that's another thing. You do want to win. So taking that chance against like those Banshees or whatever, or just taking a chance of everyone getting killed, you don't want that. So I don't know. It's hard to explain, but that's just how it is. Is that you should always rocket to help make the waves go by faster. But on top of that, you should have fun in the process and just do your thing. So I mean, I don't know. Like that's just how I feel about it. All right, right here, I'm gonna go ahead and try to mow down this this Banshee, but Chalinkus is just getting annihilated by warps. I believe he was warped twice instantly when he got back up. So that really sucks for him, but it was kind of a good thing that it happened to him and not me. As messed up as that might sound, but the reason for that is because him getting warped means that I'm not getting warped, and if I get warped, I'm just totally screwed. I'm dead. And at least with the Batarian, he can actually like eat that warp and stay alive somewhat. Where the Geth, that's the worst thing that can ever happen to you is getting warped. It's just what it is. Alright, so right here I'm going to take out this Ravager, and I believe that was the last enemy. Yes, it was. Alright, so I believe that was wave 8, so now we're going to be on wave 9. And, we're just, like I said, we're just rolling through it. And, I mean, I don't know. Like, the Harrier, I really wish everyone, this is going to be a bad rocket, honestly. Yeah, it was. Kind of. But, anyway, I just wish everybody can get this Harrier because, it like I said, it's just becoming one of my favorite guns. It's I almost said hands down again, but it is definitely my favorite favorite assault rifle in the game, and for the most part, right now it's probably my favorite gun just as of right now, just because it's just amazing. Now right there I got warped. When you get warped, it just sucks. Don't panic though when you're warped, because if you get warped when you have full health, you're not gonna die. If you get warped when you have anything but full health, yes, you will die. So just try to remember that, because you definitely want to op pack if you don't have full health. But if you do have full health, I believe that only thing that I think it can only bring you down to about one. I know it's 1 bar and like really low health for after a warp, after the full DPS, and that just sucks because if you get shot in that process, yeah, you're going to die. So try to keep that in mind as well. All right, and if you ever run in Ravager's blood, you will instantly lose all your shields and pretty much just kill yourself. You definitely want to avoid that as well as a Geth infiltrator. So if you're going to run through the blood, you need to run through as quickly as possible. Alright, right here I'm just just proximity mining these enemies. One of my favorite things about proximity mine is the fact that it just murders swarmers. That is awesome. And like another great thing as well about having the incendiary rounds is that with this gun you're gonna constantly have to go to an ammo box. It's just what's going to happen. I don't know, I mean at level 10 maybe you'll have some good decent spare ammo, and you could also try this gun on a Batarian soldier. That's actually really good as well, because of his spare ammo bonuses. If you go, if you get his spare ammo, I believe you get an extra 16, 20 bullets, and that's gonna really help you out a lot because it's like I said, it's a pain. It's definitely a pain with the ammo of this gun, and you'll have to constantly use your thermal packs and just constantly do all that kind of stuff. All right, so right here, I was gonna rocket this, but Chalinkus beat me to it, and it wasn't even the target, so it's kind of stupid anyway. But luckily, again, we have gotten targets for Wave 10. I mean, I've been getting pretty lucky with that. I need to knock on wood or something here because I don't want to not get targets. I mean, the worst objective you can ever get now for Wave 10 is the box. I don't know what to call it, but the box objective or the bring back this stupid thing to the LZ. Like I can't. It's a new objective pretty much. I hate that objective in general, but if you get it in Wave 10, especially against Reapers or Cerberus, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of problems just because, like, it's just what will happen. All right, right here, I didn't grab ammo because I knew I was gonna need to use a thermal pack, and just pretty much just kill these enemies over here. I believe the last target's actually going to spawn right next to me too. So, actually no, I guess it didn't, but it's whatever. Alright, right there was a good example of, like, me talking about this gun can just kill in one clip. Just 20 bullets is all you need. 20 bullets and you can just kill a Ravager or a Brute just by yourself. It's absolutely insane, and it's amazing. So, it's just a lot of fun using this gun too. Like, you could just run around and just murk stuff. Alright, right there we just completed the wave. So now we're going to have to make a mad dash to the other side of the map, because that is definitely what you want to do on this map. You want to sit on this side if possible. I'm going to run over here though real quick just to try to get a kill streak and epically fail at doing it. So whatever. And then I'm actually just going to go ahead and run back to this side of the map again. And just kind of chill. Like, this is pretty much the best spot on this map to just hold down around the end. Because at any time you need to retreat, you can always just retreat into this building and just try to hold off, like, all the enemies, try to hold them at bay. The only downside of this gun is that, you're really going to have to constantly get the ammo for it, and that kind of sucks. Like, nobody wants to do that, but it's not a big deal, like I said. Anyway, we're pretty much boiling down to the end. Like I said though, this build is so much fun. I don't want to say, yeah, this is definitely my favorite Geth Infiltrator build now, because I really don't know. It's up there though. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but it's also it's amazing. So I mean, I do not know. But yeah, you should definitely try it out if you have the Harrier. The Harrier is so good. I mean, if I was going to rate this gun, I would give this a 10 out of 10. God damn it, hands down. Fuck it. Let's just say it. I don't care. But yeah, you pretty much get it. So, anyway, we're pretty much boiling down to the end here. Once you hit about 20 seconds is when you really need to make a mad dash to the end. Chalinkus is going to get dropped, and that sucks because, he's going to have to make his way. I'm trying to give him some covering fire as he makes his mad dash, but he's going to get dropped again. But, if that happens to you, you have to get up. And yeah, so at this point, we're just all going to run to LZ and pretty much get full extraction. So that is really awesome. Like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. It's pretty amazing overall. Like, just this build is so much fun. This gun is just incredible, and all that good stuff. So yeah. Anyway, guys, like I was saying before, look out for the X-Service Vanguard gameplay video I will bring out tomorrow, more than likely. I will try to get the Quarian Male Engineer gameplay as soon as possible, as soon as I can level him up. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. So please comment, please like, and please subscribe, and have a nice day.